We started in the beginning of last year around this time, just talking with each other, deciding that we wanted to be roommates, first of all. And then we came to the conclusion that off-campus housing was the best choice, mostly because of the lottery system, how it's really a chance to get housing or not. And we didn't want to be stuck with the fact that maybe we wouldn't have housing or secure housing for next year, so we just didn't even think about on campus. We weren't going to talk.
I didn't like my roommates. I started living with people I didn't know very well, and I wanted to be with people that like made me feel comfortable, that I could hang out with. You know, have like your own like personal space.
I had third to last pick in the housing lottery, so I was getting out of there.
Well, it actually first started, the idea stemmed at the end of freshman year. Me and a couple of my friends wanted to move off campus, and we decided, after we had to talk to our parents about it, and they kind of convinced us to stay another year, which is a smart move. So we did, and then at the beginning of sophomore year, we decided to look for a couple houses, and we ended up moving off my junior year. But my roommate was the one who actually took the initiative to start looking off campus and set up appointments. So I kind of, myself and my two other roommates kind of took the back seat and let him do all that. So we all weren't trying to have the same conversation 4 different times with the same guy.
I think primarily through the Res Life website. That's where we started. And, you know, we'd like check papers and check like Craigslist and random things here and there to see what we could get. But primarily the Res Life website, it was really easy, and there's tons of postings on it.
We started really early.
Yeah.
What month?
October, I think.
Yeah, back in October, and we just started searching the Keene website and the apartment listings in the newspapers, and we looked at like 5 or 6 or 7, and then we went to a new realtor company and looked at a couple apartments and automatically knew that that was the one that we wanted over the rest of them.
Yeah, we called so many people.
We learned from our experience last year when Nick and I lived together, just like things to look out for, and you know, things that you don't want to tolerate, and prices and everything, you know. So we were just like, we weren't going to settle for like a really crappy house again.
We had like stuff that we were looking for, like heat included. Then we had a whole bunch of people we wanted to live with, but like weeding them out.
We decided to go through Keene Cribs, and we live on 16 Blake Street, which is right off campus.
We went with Donna Forte, and we have a house on Spring Street. Yeah.
Yeah, we got the lease last November and to look over and sign, and we took it home for the night and we read every single word of it.
Yeah.
We had to do a little translating from legal terms, but we figured it out. We wrote down all the questions we had on a separate piece of paper. I remember a couple of them were like, can we have a Christmas tree, like a real Christmas tree, or there was something about, pets. We had questions about, like, if we could get a cat or something, which we don't. And we wrote down every single question, and then we went back to them and asked all our questions and then signed it. But there was really nothing too crazy about the lease. We both showed our parents. They all have copies of the leases, and everything seemed to be in order. I think it's going great. There's nothing I regret about it at all. I'm not sure I've gained many responsibilities in a way, because I think I was a very independent person to begin with. I mean, going grocery shopping was a whole new experience.
Yeah.
We don't have meal plans at all, so we cook a legit dinner every night. We sit down at the table to eat, which I think is great. We talk about our day. And
Yeah, you get to eat a lot healthier.
Yeah.
You know, to eat campus food. You get to meet a lot more people too. You're not secluded to like being behind like doors and with people you don't know necessarily, people you don't want to be with. You know, you have a house and you invite people over and they bring their friends, and it's like more of like a welcoming environment. You know, it's more relaxed. And the responsibility of having to like pay bills and keep clean and stuff like that, it's like nice though, because it forces you to stay on top of your stuff. You know, you can't just like slack and go back to your dorm and like sleep all day and eat and then go do, you know, you're like forced to like manage your time and manage your money a little bit more, so you feel more responsible, and I feel like it kind of keeps your head in the game a little bit better.
I find it nice just having, like, you have kitchen, living room, bathroom, and then your bedroom's upstairs, and that's where you sleep. It's not like your bedroom is where you live, and then the bathroom is down the hallway, and it's trash right now because The weekend was super messy. I don't know, it's just nicer.
For the most part, when you move off campus, it becomes a very homogeneous environment because you've moved in with people, only the people that you like, only the people that get along with you, only the people that do what you do, only the people that are okay with what you do, only the people that you are okay with what they do. So it's all kind of self-contained. There's no kind of thinking outside the box. There's no kind of stretching it out. There's no kind of dealing with some other stuff in general. That's what on-campus housing is for. It kind of exposes you to some other stuff that there's a good chance you're not going to get that off campus.
We got really lucky. We have really great neighbors, and we're like all pretty similar. We all like to do a lot of the same stuff, and we have like a huge mutual group of friends now, and it's just like, I don't know, we're all pretty respectful. We play our music loud, but never too loud, and not at like 4 in the morning, and we're all kind of like older too, so we all have work to do and like responsibilities. So it's not like freshman year when kids are going crazy,
You definitely you gain a lot more responsibility. You kind of grow up fast, you have to, because then you have to worry about bills and stuff like that, paying your rent on time. For instance, the way we do it is each one of us is assigned a different bill. So one roommate is in charge of electric, I'm in charge of cable, another roommate is in charge of oil. So it's my responsibility to make sure I get all of the cable money in on time, and vice versa for them.
I think it's just been really fun. I mean, we were independent people to begin with, but it's just nice to have a little more independence. It's a lot less stressful, I feel. Yeah. You don't have to do the guest pass. You don't have to do IIs. You know who your bathroom's been cleaned by. You don't wear flip-flops in the shower. I mean, just all those little things add up just to make it such a nicer experience. Like, I was able to bring my queen bed to school, so I just, sprawl out, and I don't know. It's just...
When we started thinking about moving off campus, we made a huge list of all of the things that we were happy about. All of those things. Also, we don't have to park a few miles away. Our parking lot's right outside. We don't have to walk all the way to Winchester a lot to get your car. It's a lot more convenient. It's just been really good for us. We haven't had any problems, really.